Yep. One last thing I gotta do before I leave the office for a couple of weeks. That is Lycan Keith's Gaming Space, Lycan's in the Stream. Finishing up Wildermyth, and hello, Misfit Kitten. How are you this evening? I think my chair is... Oh, no, it's good. It's good. I thought my chair was broken for a second. Just didn't have the latch that prevents reclining far in enough. Tired? Yeah, I can sympathize. In addition to all my usual problems with sleep, I use the alarm clock app on my phone, as my alarm clock, and it didn't go off. In fact, it's been doing that a couple of times recently. It's either been not going off or shutting down the snooze before it should. So, I don't know. I was at the beach yesterday, and I'm too old for most things. I feel like I'm getting there. Well, next Tuesday I'll be 49. So, what they say, another year older, another year wise ass. I don't know, they say, age ain't nothing but a number. I'm starting to think mine is a square root of something. That made no sense at all. The jokes get tougher when you get to my age, sonny. When 20 was ancient, I actually don't. I don't know, maybe if you were 5. The way I think when you were like 5, or when most people were 5 or 6, they looked forward to being 20 because then they were an adult and they could, stay up all night and eat all the candy they wanted, and their allowance would be bigger. Yeah, what can you do? Tis what tis. Check something real quick while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm mentally going through what I want to do with myself for the next 2.5 weeks. I've actually made a list of the things I want to do, knowing that I'm not going to get them all done, but if nothing else, I'll know at least I tried. And if I at least get some of them done, I'll be in better shape than I am right now. Finally secured the top spot. finally secured the top spot in the game cabinet. Cool. What game? Well, I mean, it could have been outdone. Depending on the place, it may have, and the game, it may have been erased when the power was turned off. But, you know, hey, you know, the fact that you did it's pretty damned awesome. Makes me think of one of the few times I could actually relate to a Seinfeld episode, the one where George had the high score on Frogger, but they were going to get rid of the machine. So he was desperately he bought it and he was desperately trying to keep it powered up while he took it back home so his high score wouldn't be erased. I'm like, okay, finally y'all are doing something that I can relate to. The other one that they did that I liked was the masturbation contest. It's another arcade that has one of those 101 cabinets. Must take forever to find the game you want. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. A pizzeria up near where I live had one of those for a while, and when Hartford Community College occasionally does their version of like Comic-Con, Game-Con, they usually bring in one of those machines. The trick is you gotta hope the games are emulated correctly, and you also have to hope they have the right controls on there for whatever game it is. Like if you want to play, say, Darkstalkers, you gotta hope that it has a 6-button control setup. And if you want to play, I don't know, Tempest, you gotta hope they have the control knob, and Missile Command or Centipede, you gotta hope they have the trackball on there. It's possible to put all of that stuff into a cabinet control, but a lot of times you have to do it at the expense of a 2-player setup, because there's just no freaking room. The other thing I don't care for on those, oftentimes you end up bumping into one of the things like the spinner or the trackball or whatever, in the process of trying to work the joystick and the buttons, and it can throw you off. But, you know, if you want to make a Swiss Army machine, you know, I don't know, my dream is still to own just an authentic, dedicated arcade cabinet for something. And if it was going to be a game, it would probably be either Vendetta or Time Pilot. Just something I absolutely loved, or a Darkstalkers machine. I'd love to have one of those. Yeah, but you know, that's a lottery and a dream away. All right, let's go ahead and get going. I wonder if I scared people away with a announcement. You'd think there'd be, like, you know, a whole bunch of people showing up because, like, oh no, this is the last time we're going to be able to see him for a while. Okay. Anytime you want to... Thank you. Okay. We're wrapping things up. You ready? I hope so. Okay. Let's get our timer going. 3, 2, 1. We're preparing to topple the Ottoman Empire of the Wildermyth world, or at the very least, the Barcalounger Empire. Welcome back to Wildermyth, and one thing the Draven Empire have not been are a bunch of lazy boys, because they have augmented themselves quite well over the last 7 chapters. And they're going to be throwing just about everything but the kitchen sink at us. I'm pretty sure that the only thing they aren't going to have that we've seen before are pilots, but that doesn't mean that characters with the equivalent abilities aren't going to show up. So yeah, we're in for a fight, but what else would you expect from the last chapter? Alright, let's go for it. So, I have gone through during the week, and I have chosen the 5 that I think are best suited to take care of this. The first one is Minnie. Now, I have also gone through and used the cheats to give them some extra abilities that I think are going to help them have the best chance of survival through this, because my ultimate goal, even if not everyone in the party survives, I don't want to have to go and replay this on the stream. You know, I want to try to get this in one shot. So I'm going to do as much as I can to make that happen. So here's what I have given to Minnie, and these first things actually are something that I have given to everybody. Hardiness, and in some cases hardiness plus. What this does is it adds to their health. It does also add to recovery rate and retirement age, as you can see, but that's not going to be a concern at this point. The other thing I have given to everybody going in is endurance, which adds to armor and warding. In some cases I have done endurance plus, which is an increase over that. Now, in the case of Minnie, I have given her a good few abilities, mostly to round out the fire skill she has. First, I have given her Ignite and Ignite Plus. This is the skill that Lunellen had, but Lunellen is not going to be going in. So I want to have this ability, and it makes the most sense for the Fire Mystic to have this. Ignite Plus, by the way, actually, I think Lunellen did have that. The difference is, with regular Ignite, you can only set a fire on a tile that has debris on it. With Ignite Plus, you can set fire on any tile within the range. I have... now, she has fire resistant, and I learned a very important lesson about this. I think I mentioned this before. Fire resistant does not mean fireproof. She is still vulnerable to direct attacks using magical fire. What she is invulnerable to are tiles that are on fire. And as a matter of fact, she has the ability I've given her, Covering Fire. Upon ending her turn in a tile with a blaze, Minnie becomes hidden. So she can just crouch down and hide among the flames. I have also given her Living Hearth. Minnie gains +1 potency and +2 range to Cone of Flame when standing on the same tiles ablaze. Now, the trick here, I don't know for sure if she actually has a Cone of Flame. I can't find it anywhere in the abilities, and I'm not entirely sure if it's something that might have been messed up by the mod that I have. The problem is some of the mods might be playing kind of strangely with some of the regular abilities. I think that's what happens sometimes with Minnie and Frost Breath. Or not Minnie, Median and Frost Breath. Where sometimes they would slip on the ice and sometimes they wouldn't. Finally, Airlift. Now, Airlift is an augmentation to the Draven wings, which, by the way, because of a mod that I have that alters themes, can lead to a full Draven transformation. But we're not going to do that, just the wings are fine. Airlift adds the ability that I thought the wings had naturally. Minnie can carry a single adjacent ally with her up to 3 tiles away. And says it's free once per turn, but we'll see. A lot of these things end up just being once per mission. But yeah, this is the ability that the pilot Draven had. So what this means, if we end up having somebody who for some reason is lagging behind the rest of them, Minnie can help them catch up. And there's going to be a lot of incentive to keep the party as close together as possible. Okay, so that is Minnie. She's number one. The second one I am taking in, as you can imagine, is Kennedy. Now, I gave her hardiness and I gave her endurance at level 1 each because, well, she, excuse me, she's already been built up pretty well since she was there from the beginning. Now, I did upgrade Ember Arrows. Actually, I did that a while ago. Never mind. In fact, actually, I don't think I did all that much except I did Wolf Plus for her. If I can find that, I'll show you. Okay, never mind. And that's basically a addition to the theme. So she really didn't need much bolstering up. She was pretty good as she stands. So yeah, so she's going to be. You'll notice a theme here. What I'm trying to do, I'm bringing in 2 hunters, two mystics, a warrior, and one of the hunters you'll see is going to be able to pull double duty as a warrior. And you'll see that in a few moments. Going in next is Sandera, the warrior, obviously. Now, what I have done with Sandera, Hardiness Plus, because she's going to be on the front of things, and Endurance, she really didn't need much of anything else. I believe I did give her the Storm Touched Plus to bolster her up a bit. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, this is how you add on things. And, for some reason, Windwalk isn't showing up. Okay, well, we can fix that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yes, Sandera is going in, and I do get a chance to forge new stuff before the final battle, so I am going to be replacing that sword. I did test and find out, and I found out that I can replace this sword without screwing up the theme. Okay, fourth going in is Cheiron. Cheiron is going to be the one doing double duty as a hunter and a warrior. The reason why, they have strong abilities in close personal combat, especially if they are flanking somebody, to be able to take out someone in one shot. That is going to be very helpful to be able to do that amount of damage. So in addition to what they already had, I gave them Thornfang. Cheiron is refunded an action point after a melee kill. And let's see, what else did I give them? Oh yes, I gave them Curse. Cheiron targets an enemy and reduces their dodge by 15 and their damage by 3 for 2 turns. This will end up being very important because there are some heavy hitters in here. And there are going to be some enemies that are not only extremely damaging, but extremely tanky. So anything I can do to minimize what they can do to me and maximize what I can do to them is very welcome. One other thing about Cheiron, because of the skeletal theme, they will have the ability to set down a bone wall once in the fight. There is a part of the fight where, if I can manage it correctly, having a barricade keeping enemies out for a bit will be extremely helpful. So, with any luck, Cheiron will be able to help with that. Okay, so that's 4. Which means we have 1 left to go in, and that person is Joria. Now, the reason I'm taking Joria she is able to do a lot of damage to multiple enemies with the tail swipe. She has a lot of abilities that will keep her in good amounts of health, and she is very strong as a mystic. Now, a couple of things I have given her. I bumped Humanist all the way up because I wanted Sharknado Plus. There are a couple of places where I can use that in there, mainly in one room. But what Sharknado Plus will do is make the area of effect bigger. It'll still only last 2 turns, but being able to hit more enemies with it is very welcome. Something else, I have given her aid, so she can heal 2 people during the time. In fact, I'm actually going to go back through and give everybody at least aid 1, because being able to heal in this battle is going to be very important. I also gave her an ability related to the shadow form, which is Shade Stride, plus 2 speed, and the ability to move through scenery. Now, as I understand it, what this basically means is when she takes movement to go somewhere, she doesn't have to walk around obstacles. At least that's how I understand it. Hopefully that's the way it actually works. We shall see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I did. Thank you, Popping Water Bottle. Glad to have gotten your input there. So I'm going to do just one thing. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody who doesn't have aid, and anyone who already has aid, I'm going to give them aid plus. And by the way, if it seems like I'm doing a whole bunch of cheating and stuff, to be honest with you, I had gone through and given everybody a whole buttload of cheating abilities. So, this is actually me showing restraint. Okay. So, yes, that's everything. Also notice I have given myself a lot of legacy points, and the reason why, after the game is over, I will have the chance to promote characters. Excuse me. I will have the chance to promote characters and make them higher legacy rank. So this will allow me to promote everybody in the Sisterhood up to a legacy rank of 2. Because I figure if I'm going to use them in a future campaign, I want to be able to just steamroll some stuff anyhow, so why not? Okay. Yeah, she has that hot chick as a pet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's one hot chick. And ours do that too. It's creepy at night. I read that a little bit late. In relation to what? I wasn't sure what that was referring to. Okay. Assault Cult Saplings. This is the final fight. This is the team that hopefully is going to carry the day. Oh, the bottle's popping, yeah. And hello, Joseph. You are just in time for the final showdown. Okay, so that's who we are going with. This is our team. Attack! Whenever the sun goes down, camp unfolds around a spark, and then it's time for talk. For cleaning and patching and polishing. This last camp is no different. Preparations they've made towards the coming day will get finished or forsaken beside the final fire. Heartwoods 27, hides 34, ingots 40. Fabrics 34, spell threads 35. Now I mentioned that I have a chance now to craft any final things that I want for the last battle. As you can see, the only people I can do the crafting for are the ones who are actually going into the battle. Now, let's see. Now, I may actually do something different for the clothing for Joria and Minnie. But first, let's take care of Sandera, because like I said, I can replace this sword. And my options are a level 3 water sword or a level 3 leaf sword. Now, here's what I've got to consider. So both of them are going to do 2 extra damage. So far, so good. The leaf sword is going to do 3 stunt damage as opposed to 1 for the water sword. What the leaf sword will do is the same as it always has, give 2 temp health to the hero whenever she does a stunt with it. What the water sword will do is give her back an action point. Now, theoretically, what I could do with the water sword is use that in the hopes of getting a stunt, refunding an action point, and then being able to do something like Jump Jolt. But all things considered, because this is not a sprint, it's a marathon, I'd rather have something that will give me extra health in the long term, because I need every point I can get. So we're going to go with the level 3 leaf sword. Duskthorn of Heartville, yeah, whatever. Call it the Queen's Nuts, I don't care. Okay, so now we need to figure out things for Joria and for Minnie. Now, the main reason I'm thinking about this is because their speed and their armor and their warding are not that great. But I need something that is not going to kill spell damage, because that's their bread and butter. So let's look at what we have for the level 3 outfits. Okay, that affects armor, but not warding, and it knocks down spell damage to nothing. Absolutely not. That reduces speed, bumps up armor, but kills warding. No. I may end up not doing anything. It depends on what I find. Armor down, warding up, stunt chance, spell damage down. Okay. So speed is lower on this. She does have flying to compensate. Let's see. Armor and warding both go up. Spell damage goes down, but block goes up. I don't know if I want to handicap my mystics that bad as far as the damage on their spell power, but I also don't want to risk them taking huge amounts of damage. Hello, Rick! How are you, sir? Very glad you made it. Like I said at the start of the stream, I'm finishing up the last bit of work before I go on vacation. Vacation, have to get away. So let's see. We're going to come back to that as a maybe. Okay, so this butcher's speed, armor, and dodge, it raises warding, it raises ranged accuracy, it raises spell damage. Okay, now this is a tricky thought. Having more warding definitely helps, But I'm not going to have only magical stuff thrown at me. Being ranged accurate is good when you're dealing with things that strike out. Although it's more a hunter thing than a mystic thing, but still helps. Spell damage boost, absolutely good. This is a tough call. Let me see. I think I can take a look at her stats as they are. Okay, her dodge and her block are fairly high as they are. And so is her speed. So losing that bonus to speed is not going to mess her up too badly. It will bring her dodge down to about 30. You know what? I think this is worth it. I think being able to pump out a higher damage on spells and have a higher protection against magical spells, I think that is worth it. So we're going to go ahead and give her this. We may or may not do the same thing for Minnie. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. High quality ember gown. Let's take a look at her. This is something I really should have been doing whenever I bumped up anything. Okay, that would bring her dodge or her block down to 45. Let me see, am I looking at that right? Okay, hang on. This is not... Okay, that doesn't reduce her dodge. That reduces her stunt chance. That's interesting. Was I looking at the wrong thing? No, I wasn't. Okay. Okay, so her armor would go down to 3, but her warding would go up to 12. That's a nice hefty boost. Dodge and block would not be affected. And yeah. Okay. Oh, something I didn't realize, but I should have realized a long time ago. Whenever you have a decimal like this, Wildermyth always rounds down. So even if you have a 2.9, it's going to count as a 2. It's just basically building in increments to the next level. Okay. But you know what? 1 extra point of spell damage is always good, and 1.5 brings it to an even 3 bonus. So... Okay. We are as equipped as we can possibly get. I feel confident about this. So, nothing to do but do it. It's been a fight to the palace door, but night has afforded them some cover, and their skills have accomplished the rest. How cute with those big skulls, trying to be scary. Their journey to the hidden palace of the Tavern ruler has been dotted with vagrants, the driven out, the burned poor. All those withdrawn folks have poured their stories out, stories of ones who weren't so lucky, slaughtered or else enslaved. The Emperor is something of a mystery, but we know he's got lieutenants. All of them have to fall. We have to be fiercest now. It's the end. Okay, let's try to slip in, or time to pull out the rest of our tricks, huh? Okay, So stealth is only going to let me be in gray plane at the start of the battle, which really is not going to help much. So let's go with insight. And here we go. Sorry, I need a little water there. Okay, cut that part. Insight, all heroes, stunt chance times 2, and that's for the whole battle. Which is something that will afford me very well. Now, I want you all to take a good long look at this. Now, so we have all these foes, and we have all these foes, and we have all these foes, and we have these foes, and then we have these two, the Imperial Captains. Now, the Imperial Captains basically function the same way that pilots did, with one exception. They have the Guardian ability. So when they stop their turn, they will end in Guardian, and they'll end in Guardian, so if I try to approach them, they'll get a counterattack. This can be especially problematic if they close the distance and get us pinched in somewhere. And then we have the Emperor himself. The Emperor is basically an analog of the Red Cloaks. He has the same abilities, just a whole ton more hit points and absorption, damage absorption. Now, the thing is, trying to fight all of these guys is a fool's errand, and there's a simple reason why. As long as the Emperor and the 2 Imperial Captains are alive, the rest of them will never stop coming. There are 2 enemy generators that will continuously produce Draven until these 2 and him are no more. Once those 3 are done, the mission's over, even if there are other Draven left over. Presumably they just scatter or something. Also, I would like to note on the Imperial Captain's card, this tall Drav Captain could be next in line for the throne. Proud eyes seem to promise it. So yeah, basically these are the 2 lieutenants, and this is the High Chief Muckamuck. His paces ring with the confidence of his presumed station. All his claims of power might be true. He wields the fire of stars. Yeah, in other words, he acts like a Red Cloak. Okay. So yes, kill both captains, kill the Emperor. More Draven are coming, and how? Yeah, there is nothing you can do to stop the Draven generators. Yeah, everybody came out to murder you tonight. The gang's all here, and they are all directly in my grill. And here's the other thing too: none of them are going to come out at me, and if they do, it's because I've wasted too much time. So this first part, I have to be aggressive, be aggressive. BEAGGRESSIVE. You notice the good thing about Tavern, if you didn't notice it before, Tavern is available, has the Bone Wall available to use even after all their other moves are finished up. Yeah, screw your barricade. I am going to actually end up going all the way up this hall and then all the way back down it. I'm ignoring the side doors for right now. The side doors have the two lieutenants in them. But my strategy is to go all the way forward and deal with the Emperor first, and then backtrack and handle the lieutenants. Too far away for much of anything. All right. The farting timpanis again. Oh, I know exactly what this guy's thinking. I don't know if he can open the doors, but I have this ugly feeling that he's going to try. Yay, stunt. All right. Well, let's see if we can take advantage of this and get some extra HP early on. No, wasn't a stunt, unfortunately. Okay, well, Chayron now has some extra HP. That's always good. And let's play with fire. Oh. Oh, that was good. This is how you want to start the thing off. Okay. No one else is showing up right now. I'm not quite sure how to feel about that, to be honest. It's strange, but you get that, you ever get that that feeling that you'd be more comfortable if something actually did come up on you? It's like, I know you're out there, show yourself already. I want to have everybody relatively close together at this point. Mainly because we're going to be, like I said, making the fast march into the main throne room first. It is very nice that it lets you save at these points. Okay. Well, let's see what's behind door number... Okay, so all we can see right now is a Terror Bird and a Gore Lord. I assure you that is not all that is in here. Trust me, that is not all that is in this room. Now, I am going to want to move higher up in the room than this. But what I want to try to do is take care of as many of the enemies that I can see now first. Eventually, what I want to do is get everyone up to about this area, and then have Cheiron set up the bone wall right across here. So that way, what that will do is basically block anyone else from coming in behind me into the room. And they can still, shoot all over the bone wall, but it'll keep the physical attacks out. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get him... I'm sorry, them. Let me go ahead and get them just about in position for that. I'm going to have them do it from one section over, because then I think I can stretch it all the way to there. Oh, hi, big folks. There were... Oh, by the way, pots. A little further back than I remembered them, but still there. Son bitch. And a haunt back there. Well, that just... Yeah. Well, that just twists my knickers. Okay, so now you see we got shit coming at us from the side rooms. And Sandera got herself out of position there. Now, a problem with setting up the bone wall, the Raid Knight is one of those characters that can very easily just ruin the bone wall without even trying. Okay, to quote Todd Hockney in The Usual Suspects, think you brought enough guys? Jesus. Alright. Kennedy is going to need to back up a little here. As Ember Arrows. Okay. Do you still have... Yeah, okay. Now, it doesn't appear to be hidden anymore, so I think the Spectre Step wore off. Okay, I'll tell you what, Sandera... Come over this way. Okay. This guy's got to go. Okay. All right. I'm going to move Cheiron back here. And hopefully I can stretch the bone wall far enough. Okay, that's pretty good. Dick. And as Minnie just proved, they could just hop diagonally around the damn thing. Okay, well, you know what? I think I know a way to make them pay if they decide to do that. Yeah, sure, you can hop around the bone wall, just dance through the fire. That is one thing I like about the way the That is one thing I like about the way the Red Cloaks operate, and the characters that can do the same kind of things. They always seem to aim. Yeah. They always seem to aim for the same spot for their channel fireball attack. They don't seem to recognize, hey, wait, there are other people somewhere else that I could take care of. Let's just double up on these schmucks. Alright. So Sandera is poisoned. Yeah. Something to note about poison, by the way, it does wear off. But, you know, why take damage you don't have to? Okay, Kennedy can get to there and have Ember Arrows. Alright, let's hold off on that for a moment, though. Rock'em sock'em, firewomen. Oh, I'm gonna end up taking damage going that way. Well, shit'ems. Okay, well, down this way then, and she'll still have Ember Arrows. Ah, screw you both. Very nice. Yeah, this is another reason why I wanted to have Minnie here, because as you can see, the place becomes a disco inferno very rapidly. Okay, got rid of one of the darts. How? How am I taking a shred? And you notice there, Joria can move through a solid object. I gotta move a little closer. Oh, I see why, because the dart had the attack going there. Oh, blow me. And blow me again. Wow. Just ouch all around here. And, ooh, there's one of the lieutenants. Well, that's good. Saves me the trouble of going hunting for him later. Okay. So, all things considered, we haven't done too badly, but there's a lot of fight left here. So, we're going to resume in the next session. So, thank you, everyone, for joining me. And just remember, in the words of the great Yogi Berra, better cut it into 6 slices. I don't think I can eat 8. So take care until we game again. Cut. Yeah, that was a Yogi Berra quote when a waitress at a pizza place asked if he wanted his pizza cut into 6 slices or 8. But you thought I was going to say, it ain't over till it's over, did you? Okay. Well, I got my next... I'm just going to drop a quick save here, and I got my next thing here. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Thankfully, the Emperor has clothes. Welcome back to Wildermyth, the final battle, and we are in the Emperor's chambers. There is a whole lot of fire going around, a lot of Draven coming up on our 6, and just a lot of chaos. But then again, that's what we've come to expect from this epic journey, isn't it? So let's bring this home. Okay, so it's our turn now. Figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so they finally realized there were people on this side that they could target. I got 2 raid knights that are going to play hell with that bone wall. Okay. Kennedy is going to go up here. We have a through shot. Okay, well, we have a shot at the raid knight. I don't know if it's going to hit the haunt or not, especially since the haunt is in shadow. That was worth a shot, and the raid knight's now poisoned, so, you know, that's always good. Okay. I gotta be careful about Sandera here. Let's see, she has one more go with Chain Lightning. And she takes the smart way around the fire. Very good. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to go that way, but I will take it. Okay, first up, our favorite tool, Quelling Moss. Away! I am so sick of the way they dodge every freaking thing. Yes, tail sweep. Oh, so beautiful. Wildermyth's answer to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. I love it. Let's see, what can we interfuse with here? We should be able to get them both with Fire Leash. Yes, we can. And stunt on them both. Very, very nice. Good job, Joria. You know what, let's get our Mystics up here and tag team on this. Rain of Fire. Aha! And the red cloak is down and the Emperor is hurting for certain. Okay, that extra warding definitely helped. Good. That's good. Sandera should hopefully be cured of her poison now. Kennedy did not get poisoned. Ow. And you flew right into a whole bunch of fire. Okay. Okay, Sandera is in a lot of trouble. I cannot afford to lose her. Let me double check something. Okay. How many points do you have left? 11, okay. Okay, I've got an idea. Maybe this will work. No, it's too far away. Okay. Oh, you bastard! Damn it! He literally had the... Just give me one more hit point. Oh, wait. I can still take him out. I can still get him. I got him. Okay. Wow, and things got all shaky after that. Okay, so what this does, this means Joria is safe. She does not have to spend extra turns moving anywhere. Can I? Yes, I have enough to wind walk to her. Take yourself to the hospital, Sandera. Well, now aren't I glad that I gave everybody aid? This is why I did that. This is exactly why I gave everybody the aid ability. Whew. Could I have done it without cheating? My answer is I don't give a fuck. Ha! 13 damage on the Imperial Captain. And he's poisoned. Okay. Let's see. Hit the haunt. Hits the captain. Okay, yeah, that's right. It only does 2 because it's not chain lightning. But you know what? The first of the 2 captains is gone. Which means all I have to do at this point is find the other Imperial captain and take them out, and I win. I have put myself in great shape here. But that being said, saying it and doing it are 2 different things. Skeleton Death Touch. Okay, so I'm going to have Joria carve a little path for us, and in the process, do some damage. Since she's got that bone wall, take advantage of it. And there we go, because I really don't need the barricade anymore. That last guy's going to hide right up until the very last second. You might be surprised about that, actually. The Imperial captains tend to be very aggressive. And the other thing is, I know where to look for the other one, because that first one came from the right side. There's one of them on each side of the fortress. So finding him is not going to be all that difficult. And they get, right up into the thick of things. Okay, now the big problem. I need to start making my way back down the corridor. Curse you. Poison you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Sandera has another wind walk. Okay, you can fly, so you're good. I just want to fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. Dick. Always good to be able to make a quick escape. Die, will ya? Thank you. Did you hit anybody else? Yes, you can. Okay, and that's 2 down. Very nice. Okay. Airlift. And they can go up to 3 tiles away. Or more than that, apparently. What? 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 What, son bitch? Oh, and that ended her turn? Oh, shit. Okay, well, at least they lost track of her. That wasn't at all how I intended things to go. Dum 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 dum. You fucked up. There we go. Okay. Now, just want to point out something real quick. We got a lot of rooms in here. This is where the enemy portal is. And then another room here. And it's mirrored more or less on the opposite side. Second enemy portal. I've tried going through this top area before, over to the door, but it ends up as kind of a reverse choke point. I end up trapped there, and that's not what I want. I usually find it's a lot easier to open up this door and just head into the room and work from there. So that is what I am intending to do now. I am going to be cautious about how far down I go, however, because I don't want to necessarily trigger too many things. Yeah, I knew you were going to block that. Okay, doing that gives Chayron a shadow energy bonus, as long as they stay on that space. Also, because of Joria's abilities, I could do Earthscribe. I could do Bone Walls with her as well. But it doesn't necessarily come as easy because there's only a few of these statues around. Which is another reason why I wanted to have Chayron, because being able to do it anywhere just comes in that much more handy. Oh, you cocklick. Fine. Bone Wall Plus, by the way, the main thing with that is that the wall has more health, and I think it might be able to stretch a little further. God, I hate the haunts. I really, really, really hate these assholes. And shadow energy went away. I'm gonna just move a couple people up to get them in position for the door. Okay. Chayron, I believe in you, so... Oh, Death Stare is fun. The enemies will be forced to flee unless they're Mortha guy. Yep. And you know what? Yeah. Okay. So let's give her some aid. Poison is gone. She can shadow through that area. I'm going to just have her fly over here for sake of expedience. And let's go ahead and make good use of that bone wall and double up on the blockade here. Because this way, if anything decides to come through that right door, good luck. And finally, I didn't plan this through. And even though she has wings, Minnie cannot get over the bone wall now, and thus is stuck in that area. Okay, well, I'm going to spin this. Minnie's job is to fend off any enemies that might come in from that direction. Yeah, that is the ticket. Okay, I know what I can do, actually, I can just have her chop through that. Wow, that was special. Oh, okay, that's something I didn't want to just run right into, but I can turn this to my advantage. Oh, are you serious? That took up his whole movement. God damn it, I was going to turn around and flank him and try to, fucking kill his ass. Okay, well that put a hurting on him. I don't think anything's going to come from the right side at this point anyway. It may or may not, who knows. Okay, you know what? Let's just take you out before you can get going. That could have worked a lot better. There you are, final asshole. And again, this seems This seems like a bad situation, but again, remember, I don't have to beat everyone here. Oh, they do come from the entry point. That's weird. I hate it when they go like disappear from the area where a whole bunch of stuff is going on. Yeah, I have to go back and like, wait, what the hell happened? Let's see, has Joria hadn't even been hurt yet. Here, you chill out for a little bit. And we'll get that off Chayrin's back. Quite literally. And get up here next to him and play Punch-a-Bunch. Actually, you know what? We'll just see if we can rain fire down on them without hitting. No. I can still get both of them. Damn it! Well, that's just a dick move is all. And that doubles up on the poison. Okay, well, one's stunned. And a stun so she gets some health back. And he's dead! And that was enough to kill him from the poison, and it's all over. And it's all over. And Minnie got a promotion, not that it matters. Warped light. Warped light sits the Imperial throne, the reflected glimmer of mumbling fire. Emperors. A dead tyrant can taste the mud in his mouth. No, they can't because they're dead. Grind the face in it with both heels. Pick his opulent art apart, pin by string by nail. Hey, you, careful. Survivor's probably still lurking. Yeah, I've got Emperor blood on my face. They don't want to see me. Number one, you don't. Number two, if you did have Emperor blood on your face, you probably look like Wilson the volleyball. They'll leave the palace that night, planning to return with supplies, people, clean it, bring it to some use. But in fact, its gold and stones will be buried in Boulderfall, the rubble tattooed with cursed images, Strahd and profanity. And though it might be dug up someday, most are simply happy to forget the destruction and death that its ruler conjured in this land. There's no room for emperors, not in our yondering. The end. You've won. Number of towns, safe tiles at end of game, final years of peace, 120, total 120, the end. But it's not quite the end as far as what we can do with Wildermyth, so I'm going to leave this here, and then in the next we will see the denouement and what you can do with the characters once the campaign is all over. So, thank you very much for joining me on this wondrous journey and conquering evil once and for all. Until the next game with evil in it. So take care. Until we game again. Cut. Okay. Alright. Start the timer. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the game that harkens to my myth-spent youth. Welcome to Wildermyth, the conclusion. We have destroyed the Draven Empire. We have brought peace to the land, but there is a little bit left to see. So let's go ahead and see. Assuming the game doesn't crash, of course. So most of these are going to be snapshots of things that we have done before. Scorpion Goat. Median and Candide could never fully abandon their adventuring life. While the danger had dimmed, there were memories yet to be made. This is the way I'll always like it. Won't settle for anything else. Lucky me, I guess. There were days Median and Candide felt far apart, during small errands or when they got to dwelling in distances remembered. There are melon sellers in town, hundreds of melons, but they never stopped returning to each other, down roads and across fields of memory. Quiet moons went by, but few before Cheiron wandered off. Don't look for me, son. Let me have the dark that I bargained for. They took their dagger and walked beyond the edge of north, out of books and out of most memories. Sandera visited Warietta and Chelmy, catching them up on all of her adventures. Yeah, this was where the storm idol was that started everything for her. Phantom of the Range. And for those who don't recognize her, a long time ago, that is Sinine. This was before all the crow accoutrements. Lee joining the Sisterhood. The prison. Dark Curiosity. Wow, this is amazing. Thanks for bringing me. They did have a pretty strong friendship, but unfortunately, with the skeletal theme and the Old Wayne curse, whoever has that is eventually destined to be alone. One day, Sandera woke with a lightness in her step. I understand now. It all makes sense. She vanished for 10 years and returned somehow unaged and full of contentment. Median, and I believe that's Sinine back there. So this is where things really started for Cheiron as far as the Old Wayne curse. Candide was less keen than some to spend evenings reliving the old days. I specifically fought Draven so we wouldn't have to talk about them all the time anymore. Fair point. Cheiron originally, and Gran and Lunellen, and the little pet. Median down there, Candide, Gran. Candide and I believe, or not, I'm sorry, Median, and I believe that's Sinine. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Sandera. Yeah, Lightning Arms should have given it away. In a tavern. Lunellen will be happy to be in a tavern. They do call it a watering hole. And let's see, Royal Arms there. A couple of the newer recruits. The Geometry of Magic, that's right, these were Lee and Elenvir's quest together. The Company of Crows, who could forget that? Dodging Destiny, I did actually forget that. Sandera became a fixture in this town. She could be found in the square most days, dispensing life lessons to any young people who looked like they needed them. Lunellen giving Chayrin the stink, whatever they are. Lee's retellings of her travels grew ever more fantastical. I don't remember this whole episode with the sea serpents. Maybe you were off scouting, or I don't know, something. Well, that's true. I guess I often... Yeah. Median's dream of a good auto-scroll. Median's dream of her own personal research tower had finally been fulfilled. She kept it well stocked with tomes and scrolls full of formulas. Kennedy built a lodge that attracted like-minded hunting enthusiasts. Days were spent tracking in the woods, and nights were spent exaggerating what they had tracked in the woods. And how's Gran? Miserable? Has he finally realized no one's going to thank him for all the... Nah, he gave me the impression he was satisfied, happy. Life is long. Oh, great attitude there. Oh yes, the merchant, where Grinkin got her special accoutrements. Sandera gathered as many of the company's stories as she could and enlisted Grinkin to illustrate them. You told me you painted, but you didn't tell me you were good. You got to be really good to be able to paint with a pair of pincers. The offering. Why is Sandera so mad at that? I have no idea. She wanted Gran to be miserable? Hey, she wanted all of us to be miserable a couple of weeks ago when, she nearly blew me to Oz. Sandera developed a passion for restoring ruined sites. They have not quite matched their former glory, but she hoped the former inhabitants wouldn't be too embarrassed. And... talking at the end about something. The last Imperial Palace. Heart of Stone, which would have given Median the crystalline theme had I not screwed it up. The Wolf Price, which did give Kennedy the wolf theme. Turtle. The Ancient Wall with the wonderful catapults. Pig thing. Family Business with Minnie's wonderful conniving mother. Finally, come on, roast beef's ready. Wait, oh no, Sandera, help. Was I supposed to bring the biscuits this time? I think you could be forgiven as long as you bring a good salad. In other words, just bring yourself. Median and Kennedy opened a tavern together in Thornham. Median gathered obscure recipes from across the Yondering lands, and Kennedy kept the rowdier patrons in line. They're finding time to do a whole lot of things, you know. They could have associated some of this stuff with other characters. Sandera spent many a happy night in the tavern, enthralling the men with tales of her exploits. And that rumor about their unbreakable bones, totally false. Answer to austerity. Samine got up to see the sunrise every morning. Often, she insisted on company. Thanks for pulling me out of bed. Next time, though, please don't. Shh, Sandera, breathe it in. We can't take a single dawn for granted. Not anymore. Distant thunder. This was the lightning theme. Sandera showed up one day as the new goddess of the worlds on the tip of your tongue. I know what you want to ask. Don't. How did? Just don't. Okay. Gran took up the mandolute and convinced a few others to form a band. I love, because of the way that the items work with the themes, because of the modding, that like the weapons and the items and such are kind of hovering around the hands instead of being where they actually are supposed to. So I assume he was supposed to be holding the instrument by this part of the neck, as opposed to it just being kind of glued to his fist. We could call ourselves the Sisterhood of Embers, since it's not being used anymore. No. Thornham cleaned up the old dance hall and renamed it Kennedy's. Don't know. Doesn't it feel kind of like, feels like I'm being mocked or even challenged? I guess franchising. Don't tell anyone, but I don't know how many more fights I had left in me. Yeah. Your secret is safe with Thunder Woman and the Pig. This fall on the CW. Finally, an end to the madness. Hey, I'm bored. Want to go hunt something? These two seem like they would hang out a lot more than anyone else. And shadows. Early to be alone. Do you think if none of this had happened, we would have still ended up together? Ugh, don't make me actually thank the Draven for anything. Sanine asked Sandera to journey with her to the forests around Ogre Haven Threshery. Together they tended the wild things, root and rock, and stream. Through their sweat and painstaking labor, they grew to feel the woods would recover. Joria joined Uvolf and combed Timia Timberland. A pig looked like someone smashed its face in. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Maybe it was Kennedy. Like she tussled with the pig and was able to do that, but, I can't do this much more. Joria joined Olenolf and combed that place, documenting species and studying their great casual webs. Minnie and her fire chicken found this fall on the CW found themselves unsuited to a life of farming. I wonder why. But ideally positioned to ease the burden of an aging blacksmith. There you go. After meeting her mother, Minnie developed the strange wish to show her friend the house where she'd grown up miserable. It sagged there on a sad piece of land, empty. Let's go in. Okay, when I see this part of the ending, I'm reminded of a song from the 1990s called Sonny Came Home by Sean Colvin. And the song is a little bit open to interpretation, but the basic idea is that a woman who was in an abused relationship fled her home, but then came back intending to burn the place down by setting fire to the gas stove. So that's what I'm imagining she's doing here. She's getting ready to pull a Sonny. Oh yeah, that's an awesome song. It is. The video is great too. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. In fact, I'll make a note for myself for later. Put a link in the description. When Gran told the Ironbark monks that Woolly Shore Henge was restored, their leader nodded curtly, and the other monks set back out for it without a word. Maybe curt nods are the height of gratitude in their order. Well, no, Midnight Oil were the ones that talked about their beds burning. Minnie was drawn back to Cold Saplings when things got too tumultuous in real life, quotation marks. I always like real life trademark. The place had a lightness that accepted her, that seeped into her scalp and let her sleep soundly at last. I imagine if she sleeps, then her bed would be burning. Unless she figures out how to make one out of asbestos or something. A lot of things we didn't see because we didn't get the quests or the themes or different stuff particular to different heroes. But yeah, there's all kinds of possible things. Okay, we've seen these. Oh, the old Farrah Fawcett movie. Okay, wasn't familiar. Okay, so these heroes can be added to your legacy. Now, the reason they were already in the legacy, when I went through and did the practice for that final battle, what I didn't realize was that it was going to put the heroes in legacy because it considered the game over. Now, what is going to happen here is that anything they had is going to be updated, and if I did things right, I should be able to use the huge amount of legacy points I had to give them promotions. Yeah, promote legacy hero. So I have a total of 29 extra promotions, 10 LP per promotion. Now in the campaigns, you get a certain amount of promotions depending on how many chapters there were. 3 chapters give you 1 promotion, 5 chapters give you 2. I ended up with 2 out of these. Excuse me, because I had the 5 chapter one mod that I used. I'm guessing didn't add any additional legacy promotions to it, so it just went by the 2 model. So, yeah, so basically I'm just going to promote everybody. So everybody's at least going to get to 2. Maybe I can bring some people to 3. What this actually means, with legacy, the higher the tier, when you recruit them into a new game, the more abilities you can reassign to them. Like, for example, say Gran had 5 total different abilities by the time the game was over. If he was a Legacy 2 hero, you could choose 2 of those to start in the new game. There are things that they keep. They retain their themes. They retain their transformations. Any hooks that were resolved, like integrity, are retained. They retain their items, their history, and their abilities. Now, when you recruit, though, they do not have any of the augments they had, which basically means the little, brooch of whatever or belt of whatever that gave them bonuses. Those things are not kept. They have the same equipment that they did before, but it's scaled down to the chapter number. So some things are not as powerful as they were. One thing, though, about equipment, the special properties that it had as far as being an artifact weapon or an elemental weapon, they will still retain. Okay, so I can't promote twice. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and take a look in the legacy. I still haven't gotten the Omen Road DLC. I may or may not. Yeah, I think I showed the my legacy early on. If it will load without... Here we go. Yeah. So as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of people in here from campaigns before, including the people that just finished this current campaign. They are all part of my mass collection of heroes, past and present. Many of them in various states of repair and disrepair. All sporting numerous different looks. This one had the crystal theme, by the way. It's very similar to the ice theme. It just does some different things. Kennedy, I'm sure I'll look into again once I figure out how to complete her transformation. Minnie, how you doing? Gran over there hanging out with Grenkin. This is the purple version of the Scorpion. Lunellen. I guess he's just out for a night on the town, and, you know, she's fine with that kind of thing. Medi in there. I don't even remember a whole lot about some of these characters, but just to give you an idea, for example, if I click on Grail here, ended the campaign as a level 2 hunter, so this was probably not a very long campaign. But yeah, there's her history. Grail and Thaliana got married. Grail is a local legend. And this was possibly a Morthagai campaign. But yeah, you can see the stats there still retained. Also down here is Forget. Forget basically means erasing the character from the legacy. But, you know, why would I do that? There's I don't think any final upwards number of characters that you can actually have. And something I was thinking about doing on my own was taking the few that were not active during the last mission, Ewan, Lee, and Elmveer, and starting a new campaign using those characters as legacy characters, and basically, you know, the further adventures of the new chicks. I don't know, something like that. But as you can see, she retains her stuff there. Hey, Scorn! Well, good to see you. You missed the ending. Yeah, I beat a lot of Draven. And I've legacied my characters, and I'm just now showing off the huge legacy area where all of the characters can be seen. Yeah, between this and the ability to do the cheats and some more work figuring out the mods. Back from Walking Bad Boys 4. Huh? Okay, well, you know, good night, I would say. Yeah, but between this, I said, like I said, and the mods and some figuring out of how the different mods work, and hopefully getting everything squared away, I could very easily see myself one day just making a just super party with possibly members of the Sisterhood of Embers, or yeah, a couple of options there, or just possibly you know, doing a mixed group, like you know, a best of. Make like my own version of Temple of the Dog or Mad Season or something like that, some super group. And as you can see, they're listed as playable, which basically means you can use them in a campaign, or you can recruit them the same way you would recruit a new character. And just have a big master list here. This is actually nice for remembering, like, wait a minute, exactly who was that? Yeah. And keeps track of who they traveled with. Yeah, and you can do the recruit from there. Okay. So, we have left the world of Wildermyth better than it was when we left it. We have allowed the Sisterhood of Embers to take their rightful place in video game Valhalla. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be, right after this, I'm probably going to keep playing some more Wildermyth, just to do a little bit of it for fun. Because this really reminded me how much I enjoyed. Everyone's living in a nice retirement village. Yeah, with no roofs. I can't help but notice. But yeah, that's it for Wildermyth. I'll, at some point, I'm sure, pick up the DLC for Omen Road. If there's anything interesting in that worth showing, you know, maybe I will. If there's anything else I think of that's worth showing later on down the line, you know, I won't rule out a bonus video. But I highly encourage you all, if you'd like to see everything Wildermyth has to offer, pick it up yourself and give it a go. It's a very, very good strategy game. Gives you a lot of customization options. It's just a great work all around. So, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this voyage. It was a long one, I know, but, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles and all that. So, in closing, I would like to say I really enjoyed this game. It was really awesome. And I have learned so much from this game. I am now very well versed in the fundamentals. So take care, everyone. Until we game again. Cut. I had that line set aside from almost 2 months back. I just couldn't think of where to use it. So yeah, that's all for Wildermyth. And that's all I had tonight. So I figured it was going to be a short night. Because I really couldn't think of what else to do right now, so I was just going to go ahead and get through that. So, as usual, I'd like to end with the reading of the Patreons. Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, Viceroy Scorn, D.I.O.D., Jumpy Cat, Shin Majin, and the post-production contributions, of Matthew Carr Anderson. And, of course, every one of my wonderful Lycanthro fans. Thank you for understanding, you know, me taking off a couple of weeks. And with that, I'm going on vacation, biatches. Yeah, I think I will hopefully be able to get some things done. I'm not going to be getting everything that I wanted done. I already know that because the list is pretty damn long. But, yeah, anything I accomplish, honestly, is going to put me ahead of the game. So, like I said, you will still get the weekly videos. They are in the can and ready to go. Only reason I might have to change that is if someone joins the Patreon, which I will not complain about. And Tuesday will be my birthday. I've already gotten a couple of gifts from that ahead of time, and I'll end up getting some more that week, I presume. And we always do a person's choice for dinner in my home for their birthday, so I'll have to figure out what it is I want. My gut instinct right now is some surf and turf from Outback, but we shall see. Alright, so Kitten, Scorn, Joseph, Rick, everyone who was here, thank you very much for following me through to the end of the journey. I will see you live again in a couple of weeks. And in the meantime, be well, enjoy the videos. And all my best to you, my wonderful Lycanthro fans. Take care until we game again.